Well, I had a kind of a queasy weekend. I went along the stocks of JD and Baba last week, and they closed like crap on Friday. I was thinking a little bit about, coming into today. I mean, this has been such a difficult market environment. And the golden rule any time is to be very objective. But man, especially in today's market, because the green days, stocks are 10, 15%. It looks like gangbusters. And then next day, they're the opposite in a big way. And, you kind of doubting yourself every time. Is this, the start of a bull move? Are we going back into this bear thing? And, this is why you really got to drill down to something that you kind of can feel comfortable in a certain area. And so I took an early stab at Baba last week, and then it just came off on Friday and closed right on the low, right on the low. So now, and then you see this key reversal here, you see this, and so what do you believe? So, the smart thing on Friday, and I was every minute toward the close, do I close this out, start over the fresh week? I don't know what my risk is. You close on the low, and I held it. Bob is up big today, and JD's up big. And the reason I kind of was, going back and forth and looking at this KWEB. I think I started last week saying that I thought these stocks were making a bottom by virtue of what I was seeing, certainly in KWEB. This is the ETF that basically comprises most of the Chinese stocks. And the Chinese stocks have been, a shit show for the last year or so. But, all good things must come to an end. And this downtrend looks like it, may be resetting. I feel like we may be putting in a bottom for the year. Big statement. I hate saying that stuff, but I don't know. I just kind of feel it. I just feel like, you got this cup and handle. You have this kind of reverse kind of triangle, which in and of itself is not a reversal pattern per se, but I just, look at how things play within a boundary. And then, right at the bottom here, we kind of have this little double bottom, inverted head and shoulders. And we're kind of been coalescing, around this neckline, last 5 days, not doing anything great, but not selling off either. And so it was really, this was my proxy. I was kind of saying, well, do I clean out my trades and what do I do? And I think, I perceived that the integrity of this chart was such that, I couldn't see it really coming off meaningfully right here. And so whether it was the right thing or the wrong thing, I held my shares, and it turns out it was the right thing. But I feel like there is a bottom in here, that this thing is finding a way. And then the next resistance is 32. It's trading at 29 now. And I think it's up pretty substantially in the pre-market, the KWEB. I don't really look at that. I just look at that as, I look at multiple charts, and then I look at charts, on a different look. Sometimes I like to just see how they look on different screens. And when I looked at KWEB on this, it just kind of reaffirmed for me. I'll kind of put together the weekly. And so let me just kind of blow this up. I've got all kinds of charts and screens here. So, I was just kind of looking at this, and what I look for are patterns, and then how does something play at a certain support or resistance. And you can see that collectively right here, made a new low, close on the high, made a new low, close on the high, same here, and then same. And this is a weekly chart. And then last week, you just closed with this very benign kind of, very narrow range. So to me, whenever you get a narrow kind of thing, to my mind, that's just building energy. And then you got to, divine where that energy is going to, break out of. And by virtue of these kind of collective reversals at or near what looks like a bit of maybe an Adam and Eve bottom here, I think I started saying this last week. I feel like we're trying to find a bottom here. Now, here's the trend line. We've just started to peak above here. I don't know how much, to put into that, but it is what it is. And I just feel like, it just seems like there's support here. So, I kind of looked at that and, I took a loss over the weekend. I don't like to do that, but I did it. And, here we are. So, Bob is going to open about $6 higher. JD is going to open $3 higher. So you can see, 45, it's 1.3 million.
$1.3 million short.
So popped out a profit for 118,000 there. So you can see how this is going crazy now. You can see how the market just going nuts. I bet like $1.6 million on this position. I'm showing right now $23,000 gain.